This one doesn't have much more in it, or actually anything more in it. Light, but not finding anything tonight so far, so I'll get it while it's wet. Which, yes. But we are going to take all this stuff out. Getting some rain, but it's only ever enough just to make things wet on top. Not really good soaking rain. It's part of a chair. I did. Yeah, I think that's about as far as I'm gonna go. Yeah. Alright, first since I've got 1, 2, 3 right there. Sure, there's nothing new here. Let's go over there and check it out. And it's hard to do. And you're trying to load it from here. So these aren't that heavy. I'm not going to bother with those two. I just don't want all that falling out, and I don't want to deal with it, so it's staying. All right, just these two. All right, so this was the fabric dumpster, and there's carpeting in here, and it's all different, and I'm thinking these might be sample. I'm positive with all these being different that these are, you never know. These are nice. They're wet. And I sell them for 10 bucks a piece. But I am pretty sure. Yeah, that's shag, and that is super heavy. Been on the floor for displays or something. But the chances of there being like pet stains or anything are pretty much, oh man, these nice ones like this are already heavy. But I can lay them out on top of a tarp for a couple of days, and I think they'll be fine. Yeah, look, there's tag for either location or something. That is pretty ugly green. I don't know if I want that one or that one. If I have any chance of selling these, I think it's gonna have to be nicer colors. Yeah, that one's worn. I used to sell these at Heckinger's too. Home decor, paint. Is that just, yeah, it's a wet spot. I think that's kind of funky. I'll think about that one. Keep it up out of the water. I don't know. This is going to be a lot to throw out. Moth. Now that is soaking. This one. Surya one. I'll bet you these are a few $100s a piece. All right. I think I'm done. Yep, right there. There. I don't even know if it's worth it. Alright, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I dug these out. I will take them, but these are going to take forever to dry and head out. Yeah, I just... Oh, these are... Yeah, they're not airtight. I'm very interested in... Wheat aluminum extrusion kits that maybe I could sell, but yeah, and I'm not taking the boxes. There's nothing special about them. More wood. And that's it on that one. Yeah, and they're all like banged up. They've been used. All right, I'm gonna have to figure out how I'm gonna get all these other ones open without screwing up my leg. So, one of my goals is to stay dry. All the water's down there, it looks like. So there's no more metal in these. They've already been taken apart. As these, sure they could be used for something, but not for me. Yeah, these things weigh. They are really nice. There's more. What is this? Oh, there's some in here too. I didn't see them. Are they? Sound like aluminum. Probably aluminum brake. It's just steel screw. Soaked my glove, all the water that came out of there. Just two. There we go. That's just plastic. This is a whole kit apparently, and not every box has a complete assembly. It's got like A, B, C parts, so you need all of them to go together. I probably have 100 pounds of aluminum extrusion at 75 cents a pound. Might have to weigh this tomorrow. Let you know. As long as I can get the steel bits out. I'll take these. But yeah, I'll use an aluminum extrusion. So looks like that's pretty much it, other than gotta put it in a certain way. I've got all the carpets back there, so it didn't matter. The next day, and it was mostly a resale night last night, this is pretty much all the shred that I ended up with, plus whatever's in those buckets, minus the aluminum and wire and stuff like that that I still have to separate. I need to take apart, so I've got some wire and a ballast in there. The garage doors that I folded up with all the boxes, these pieces were in there. I thought this would be steel. I can throw that in as straight aluminum. The aluminum piece, I think I'm getting about 70 cents a pound for that. I did have to spend about half an hour cleaning up all the steely bits But at 130 pounds, 70 cents, I think I'm going to end up with just over $90. So not a bad find for just having. Those of you that were yelling at your screens saying you should take the containers because they're going to be working, and I pulled a couple out, as you can see, 3 of them. These aren't the bottom shell. They're not watertight. They're not airtight. They've got these holes is to strap them. They do have handles on the one end, and the black one has a handle at the end and on the side. So they did hold over 100 pounds, and I did see weights on these as are clean, but a couple of them do have small holes in them, like you can see there. The black one keep out rain or water. So depending on where you put this, it might know. They will hold some serious weight, but unless you can put them in an area where you don't mind them situations, they might be useful to somebody. I've already put them on Facebook for $20 a piece. I'll see if I can get anything. I've got no hits yet. That was a few hours ago. Usually if something's hot, I would have got something by now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave them a day before trash day. I am going to put them out as free just so that they get some use. I don't want to deal with them. If they sell today, I will go back and get the others, but there's that want them. If maybe they would put something inside that needs to have some padding. And the rest of this, well, yeah, I didn't show any of this on camera. It was just tidbits, conduit, and wire. The only interesting wire was this stuff here, which is all number 1 inside all that kind of that. So, $3 to $4, not too bad. That's $90. That's guaranteed. All I got to do is take that in, and then a little bit of money. I should have taken more. But they are here like this last night. It has not rained or anything. Right now it feels about 103. Extreme humidity and no wind. Not even a slight breeze. So the areas that are wet are still pretty wet. And I've got it hanging with that. It's going to take forever to dry. But since it did get wet, even if it dries out, I'm practically going to have to give that away. Definitely not, because the wood got wet. It did buckle. So I might find use for that around. And then over here are all the smaller rugs. So those colorful 3 there, those are all wool. They're going to take forever to dry. I don't have anywhere to hang a 50 to 60 pound wet rug to dry out. I'm not sure exactly where I'm going to dry these out. And even though the top layer is starting to dry, underneath it's all wet. So not so bad on that one, but I think this one, yeah, that one's wet. And this one, you can see, completely wet. So I'm going to have to keep flipping it back and forth. They are nice rugs. These are all wool, 100%. I think that's some kind of mixture. And then here, these are drying out a bit better because they are not wool. And we think we're going to keep 1 or 2 of these to put in Oscar's room. But I've got to get them dried out first. And then hopefully they don't smell bad, because rugs don't smell all that great to begin with. And when they get wet, they smell even worse because of all the chemicals and everything else and the glues that are in there. So it might be something we put in the house and end up taking out right away because we don't like the smell because it got wet. So we'll just have to see how that goes. I'm definitely not going to go back and get the rest of them. Just too much of a pain. Had I got them before they got rained on, then that would have been a great situation. But now I've got to figure out what am I going to do with these tonight when it probably rains and we get a shower. So now I've got to roll these back up, put them somewhere, cover them up, bring them out again tomorrow. Just way more hassle than it's worth, but just really bad timing. So that is pretty much everything. Like I said, mostly a resale or a for free night. Still an interesting dive nonetheless, but for now I gotta weigh everything and sort through the rest of what I got. So thank you for watching.